1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
It's
tabletop time. I'm Jazza.
I'm Eggnog Dave.
I'm Eggnog Jen.
I'm Murray.
I'm Elle. We don't have eggnog.
I felt like I missed out. If everyone said eggnog, your name and I went first, I would have missed out. But that's okay, because you guys made me feel normal again.
I'm Christmas Noel. Cheers.
That's
today.
pretty good. But there is Elle
Saved it.
today.
And you're Merry Christmas.
We have
there we go.
such a special treat for you all watching here. We have been preparing for months, and it is finally time for the annual Christmas special. We would never dream of missing this. Oh my God. Tabletop time traditions, bring it on.
Never leave it last minute.
Sorry you couldn't be here, Rob.
Which
We apologise.
Which specific months were they that we were preparing?
The months.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
So many of
Months
them.
Day.
So, I've been asked several times already, what character sheet? Do we have character sheets? What do we have? I've got character sheets for you. And
Okay.
I don't know who is going to play who.
Oh, God.
I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters pre-prepared. So not all of them will be used. But before we jump into that, I want to know what you want for Christmas, Dave. Something we're plugging.
All I want for Christmas is you to join our Patreon.
Wouldn't that be?
Well done.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, because our Patreon allows us. We actually put a quizzy up and said, hey, give us some Christmas characters to put in our Christmas event.
It was
and then
good
I
ideas,
made
man.
some of those Christmas characters into character sheets. Yeah, I'm taking credit for it because I did it.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's all. Become a patron
Do
because
it.
it's Christmas time.
It would be the most delightful present we would all be so grateful for.
Yeah, think about all those kids in your family that don't need all the extra presents and instead give them to me.
Yeah. Hey, Jen, you
generous.
know how
Great
you were
plug,
saying you
Dave.
really wanted a great podcast to listen to over Christmas?
Sure did.
I can think of. I can
The
think
Hamish
of
and Eddie
one.
podcast?
Or even better, you can listen to us.
Yeah, I guess.
Nice, joyous
Can you
thing
now?
this
Time
year.
roleplay. Amazing.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. We've gone that long enough. Let's go.
What about
Okay.
the best stocking fillers ever?
I was waiting for that.
What's that? What's that?
Cheetos.
What?
Minis that you can print out.
Oh yeah, I don't have them ready
That's
to
a
shop, but
good
we have got
stocking
minis.
filler.
Go check out the bloody
They're very cool.
Kindred of the Abyss on
Backer Kit.
On
Backer
Backer
Kit.
Don't go to Kickstarter.
All right. Okay. There you go. Thank you. That's all the please support the channel stuff.
fill your stockings
It all
up
makes a big difference. And we
unset
appreciate
resin,
you
'cause that's what they
heading
are.
into 2025. So we shuffle.
I'm scared.
I'm going to hand out our character sheets. In fact, I will. I'll go around. I'll go around this way just because you helped prepare. So I'll.
Months of planning though, Dave. This will be like the most polished campaign we've ever had.
Oh, yeah.
I'm expecting a lot from this.
So these are our Christmas presents. It's a randomized character.
Yep.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, you each will be opening. Now, there is a mulligan system. So if you don't love what you have, you can swap for free for someone at the table, or you can swap for one of these at a sacrifice of one of your knack points.
Oh.
If you would like to do that.
Oh, no.
So if
I
you're
will-
not
Here we go.
super inspired.
I will literally.
Okay.
I will not swap for anyone for the world.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
so I
Dave.
don't want you to reveal it yet. I want you to show me and me alone.
Christmas miracle.
Just so
It's a
I know.
Christmas miracle.
Okay.
It is actually
Right.
a Christmas miracle.
Okay. Then we'll do
wait.
the character intros. I know who you are now, right? Okay. okay. Jen, can you flash me maybe your cards? That will tell me who you are.
It's just very funny.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Cool. You happy?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. All right. Mull it over. Murray,
Mulled wine.
happy with?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I
think I'm good. I think I'm good.
You happy with your pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
Delightful.
Yeah. I'm
You think you're good? We're going with what we got.
I really hope that
Okay.
someone is a certain character.
Well, we are going to head into our campaign right from the start. And the start is not in this AI-generated hellscape, but actually in the city of New Jersey. The year...
That's
Got him.
That's going to be dated, but it's fine.
It's not right now. The year is 2024.
Whoa.
Wow.
And there has been a little confusion throughout the city. There have been some interesting sightings of things in the sky, drones flying around. Not quite sure what they are. People have been posting videos about them on TikTok, and the conspiracies abound. But it's Christmas Eve, and festivity is in the air.
God, it's the future.
Specifically for one young boy by the name of Kevin McAllister.
I was going to say Dave. It wasn't
All right,
Dave.
I'm going to pause there. I'm going to actually hit pause. Kevin McAllister, who has gone on a trip with his family he hasn't aged in a long time. This is the multiverse.
Is it a curse? We'll never know.
Young Kevin McAllister and his family have gone on a trip to New York City, but they actually went on a little divergent tangent to the carols by candlelight in New Jersey, because there's a really great reputation for that. For sure. Don't at me. And after enjoying a really nice evening of carols by candlelight, he can't help but realize he's been separated from his family in the crowd.
Not again.
In the crowd.
It's almost like this has happened before.
There's noticing you looking a little like flustered and how does young Kevin react to being alone?
So Kevin is pretty upset. Well, not upset. He's just a bit like, oh gosh, darn it, my parents are gone. I'm all by myself. It's
Time
like
to
this
weaponize
is
some things.
the third or fourth, or maybe even the fifth time this has happened.
It's the fifth time, but one of those times I was a different person for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
May have been a
Out-of-body
different boy, but
Yeah. And I was
Gosh.
maybe confused with Richie Rich, but anyway.
Roll. I want you to roll a. I need a character sheet in front of me so I can say. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, now you understand why I have one there all the time.
Roll acuity, please.
Also, Jazz, with that background, you look like you have like neon antlers on.
okay. Acuity reflexes, I'm sure is fine.
yeah, just acuity.
Oh, they are not dice.
QT check.
How many dice do you need?
I need 4, please.
Here's 3.
So, do we want to talk about our stats at all, or do we just going to...
Everyone, I think, is better statted than our Lucha Vera characters.
Well, you are Christmas heroes.
I got 2 successes.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
And
Wait.
I just want to say that Kevin McAllister has got that sick intelligence.
Yeah. He's a clever little
He's clever.
whippersnapper.
I was secretly hoping you would have a character, but I can see you
You
don't.
notice through the throng 2 recognizable characters from a recent Christmas who broke into your house. And they'd spotted you. And one of them still has like bad scars from injuries caused by you little shit.
And an iron lung.
They're like nudging each other through the crowd and they're like, it's him, get him. And they
I do a
start
really
chasing you.
awkward pose right to the camera for a good 2 minutes.
What camera? The drone camera?
And I start running away.
You hear as you pass one of the like security, like he's like little, perturbed as to what's going on. What are you running from? And he sees like these guys and like, them again, after. And there's a radio signal going off. And he's like, 10,
10-4, I've got your, update me on the situation over at the plaza again.
While Kevin is running away, one of the drones in the sky seems to be locking onto him, lowering, slowly descending.
Coming in for the kill.
The red laser.
And the last thing Kevin remembers is a bright light and then nothing. And we will move on for now.
I guess I'm dead. Bye.
Your character, here you go.
We move to the plaza. Over in the plaza, we cut across to John McLean climbing through the air ducts in the building, whose radio starts activating.
Yeah, so how's the situation going in there? That hostage? The hostage too? John, you still stuck in there?
Yeah, I've nearly finished, cleaning this whole thing with my body. It's really shiny
Well,
behind me.
see that you hurry up about it. I gotta get home to my kids for Christmas.
Sorry, I'll be out as soon as I find my accent again.
Your feet are in a lot of pain. in the tumult of trying to rescue the hostages on Christmas Eve, your shoes went missing and you happened to step in glass. So you've been dragging blood around.
Who hasn't been there?
Right. Mondays. Let's roll resistance as you travel through the air ducts and see how you go.
Okay.
Shards of glass stuck in your feet.
Now you want this on camera, I presume?
Yeah.
Boop. Oh. Yes. Success.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Challenge level 2.
3, good
Okay.
sir.
All right. Just with a big grunt, you bear it in the most manly and impressive way possible.
Someone like very close to an outlet of this vent gets this fright of their life.
However, you failed the navigation check I didn't have you make.
Oh, damn.
And you exit the vent and you end up on the roof rather than entering the room with the person that's taken the whole building hostage. And hovering above you is a drone. And the light glows and fills your vision. And then
This is
nothing.
extremely sus.
You're gone.
Because it's an event. Got him.
Now we pick up in a different kind of place. Okay, I'm going to pause there again. We enter a futuristic looking room where we see the very only, the what? What is that? The very
very
only.
Very only.
The one, the only.
Thank you, that's good.
Now
That's
keep trying, this is good.
That's much better. Except I'm missing the character on my thing. Just wait. The one and only Santa Claus. And his delectable wife, Mrs. Claus. Ah, yes. Hello, darling. Welcome. Have you brought me the cookies that I asked for before?
Of course. I have. Here you go.
You actually did bring me cookies. That's...
Mince pies.
Oh, mince pies.
Yes.
Katui.
Katui.
I was hoping for sugar cookies, but it's Christmas Eve. There will surely be many a cookie on the fireplaces and mantles of the houses around the world.
And lots of milk.
If we can bring Christmas back. But I have a plan. Now, what did this?
I don't know. Where did it go?
Quite sinister.
Now you smell something, and you remember that Santa had just gone to the toilet, and
God!
he, with all the cookies he eats, sometimes it can be a problem. And one of the things that you and he argue about as a couple, and there are a few things, but flushing the goddamn toilet is one of those things. Doesn't matter how many times you say it.
Did you not flush the toilet again?
No, of course I did, darling Poppy Lopkins. Why wouldn't I have flushed the toilet? You don't be ridiculous. All of a sudden, well, howdy ho! Oh no, not you again! God damn it!
The Christmas poo season's greetings to all of you. Let's sing songs and dance and play. Now
I swear to God, I flushed the goddamn toilet.
Here's a game I like to play. Stick me in your mouth and try to say, yum, yum, yum. Christmas time has come. Well, howdy,
I don't
Mrs.
want to
Claus.
sing this song again. It makes me gag.
Howdy, Santa.
Visceral.
I don't want to hide it. Do you know what? This could turn out for the best. A little bit of Christmas magic doesn't hurt anyone. Oh, speaking of, they should be here right about. And a glimmer of magic essence emanates around the room. And Kevin McAllister and John McLean enter and appear seated at the table. Welcome!
I have a really important question. Does Kevin McAllister believe in Christmas magic?
Yeah, he's a kid.
Does John McLean believe in Christmas magic?
Yeah, he's a great man.
I need to know from John McLean.
Yeah, be your John, man. Go on.
Yes.
Whoa.
You do?
Really?
Really?
Okay. If that's how we're gonna
You
play.
John McLean? Really?
The
He
moment
believes
he
in Christmas
saw,
magic?
what's his face's name
Okay,
falling
that's
down.
very important to know.
tower.
No, actually.
You're deciding you don't believe in Christmas magic?
Absolutely correct.
Okay.
I do not
You,
believe.
you take over, but I needed to know that.
All right. Hello, everyone. Now that
Welcome.
Now that we're all here, we can convene. I'm sure you're probably confused, but I've been setting my drones about the city looking for the source of Christmas spirit that will help save this Christmas. Well, you see, the North Pole has been taken over, and I have summoned you to the Father Ship, which you are in now, floating high above New Jersey, and we shall travel to the North Pole. And with your help, claim back Christmas.
Are you really Santa?
But
Well, of course he's Santa, little boy.
Is that a shit?
Mr. Hanky. Well, John McLean, there is just a shit laying on the floor.
So it's
It's
a relevant question.
speaking.
Relevant question.
because you don't
You
believe
don't
in
believe in
Christmas
Christmas magic. So that would mean that I just am a piece of shit.
Back to my first question. Is that a shit?
Don't look at that,
I-
Jerry. It's
Well, it's
Decoration.
Mr. Hanky. He's going to help.
Question. You're just a poo. Are you a 2D poo?
I think probably not. I think I'm just a literal
is-
shit.
And HD, unfortunately. Yeah.
And I'm kind of, to everyone else, I'm like flying around, and every time you look somewhere else and then look back, like I'll be like, and I'll go land on Kevin's shoulder and be like, Mr. Hanky. And then you look across and there'll just be a poo on Kevin's shoulder.
You're a weeping angel turd. That's awful.
I understood that reference.
Kevin goes over to John and tucks him on the sleeve and says, are you by any chance a cop?
What's the timeline, am I?
You are, yeah, surely.
He was a cop at the start.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
right.
It's like a mid to late Die Hard.
Okay.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, g'day. Did these people kidnap you?
Yes, great. Yes, I know my rights as a child, and all of you have adopted a child and shall be arrested by the police now. Thank you.
But I'm Santa Claus. The laws don't apply to me. And actually, this man is a police officer, so
Oi,
it's about time I tell you our plan. You have been
Very American
summoned.
child, but just calm down.
You have been summoned because I need the arm and authority of the law. And one with Christmas deep in his heart buried, which will be discovered through the journey of this adventure. And a child who will learn he was meant to be here and not meant to try and escape for reasonable reasons that any child in this situation should.
I feel not. I've got your arm right here.
Mr. Hanky, Christmas spirit!
And why did you bring me here, Santa Claus?
Well, you're just here, but I mean, things usually turn out for the better when you show up anyway, so.
That's right.
All right, John McLean is standing there with the gun out, but is now confused by everyone turning to a small turd.
Mrs. Claus,
Yes.
where are the biscuits? We have guests.
Of course. Sorry, dearie. I'll go get them now.
You know what? For the sake of making this simpler, I'd like to make a shipmas magic roll. I would like to sort of enable myself to be perceived by John McLean, because I think it's funny for a moment. It'll become complicated. Can I make a shipmas
Yeah,
magic
please,
check?
yeah.
What challenge level?
Let's start challenge level 3.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, this should be good.
No.
So 2.
Oh no. I only got 2 successes.
All right.
Can I also, sorry, can I ask an out again question? We have something in our notes.
Oh, yes. No, we'll get to that.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Santa Claus. His heart is just too closed off to Christmas. Something about a wife with marital problems.
His heart and his nostrils.
Something tells me seeing the North Pole and the magic that can be restored will open up his heart. Where are the biscuits? Thank you.
You already eaten after,
biscuit?
darling.
I'll hand them out, Santa.
Thank you.
Mr. Hanky grabs your biscuit
Mr. Hanky.
and passes it
What
over.
does
Well answered, child. This kid, what are you doing?
what?
Saving Christmas.
Oh yes. Okay. Well, we're making our way to the North Pole right now.
But they're covered in
But we need to.
So you are kidnapping this child.
And you, but it's temporary. You'll be back by Christmas morning.
And the clause, there's a special clause, you see?
That's
Clause for the
A
clause.
clause, because we're the clauses.
So the clauses have a clause for the clause.
Precisely.
So you have legal.
that whole trope is very tired, darling.
Well,
She's amused by simple things. Simple girl.
well, you're a simple man.
Trouble in paradise.
We're on the way to the North Pole. Please, if you look in front of you, you will see. And in the desk, you're in this sort of conference room. And you do notice, like, there's these distant windows around the room. You see, like, clouds, like, zooming past. So you feel that you're in a moving thing, structure.
We in a spaceship?
In the Father ship.
We're in a spaceship.
Because I'm Father Christmas.
Father, what?
Oh, it's like
We
the
know,
sleigh,
darling,
but
we
it doesn't
know.
work on Christmas magic. It works on fusion, so I can't really do the delivery thing in it. But it's quite professional, as you'll see.
He points out you've got this this watch-looking thing in front of you.
This is a Christmas spiritometer. When you wear it, it indicates how much Christmas spirit is in your nearby vicinity. You may, later in your mission, need to call upon a Christmas miracle.
This guy is insane.
With enough Christmas spirit in your hearts, you will have access to such a thing.
I pick up this thing and inspect. It's like a small pocket watch sort of thing, right?
It's like a wristwatch, yeah. It's like a Apple Watch.
Cool.
And in fact, it is an Apple Watch, but it's only got one app on it, and it says Christmas Spiritometer.
All right, I like briefly inspect it. What does it say?
It's got like it's like a dial, like a what do you call it? Like an
emergency, like the
You know, the-
emergency
Like it's a
thingy.
speedometer or something.
Yeah, like a speedometer.
Repression, yeah.
And it just says Christmas Spirit, and at the moment it's sort of teetering on the low end. That's it. That's all you know.
Search within your hearts and you will know what you need to feel the magic of Christmas.
Now, you all know in your hearts what that is, and it's actually on your character sheet. So let's start going around with Mr. Hankey. What is Mr. Hankey's Christmas's heart's desire?
Mr. Hankey wants to spread maximum Christmas joy to all the boys and girls. After my wife took the kids, I've been having a problem drinking, and this trip with my buddy Santa is just maybe the ticket I need.
Interesting. I think we've all got a connection here of us being from like really messed up family and love situations. Anyway.
It's because I got cancer for some tweets. That's canon, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, Mr. Hankey got cancelled for his tweets in South Africa.
Yeah.
And me and you went to Afghanistan and rescued Jesus.
Oh my god.
Isn't that what the ship is?
Yeah, ever since Santa slayed down.
Every other day of the year is for the super best friends. He just dresses it up for Christmas.
Yeah, well, you had to upgrade it after you got shot down by an RPG when we were in Afghanistan.
I don't know why I'm surprised to find out that the talking poo is from South Park. But anyway, continue.
All right.
Me?
Yeah.
So mine is to write my brother's name on the naughty list.
Well, you're heading to the North Pole, so the opportunity may come. John McLean, what is your Christmas's heart's desire?
Is that what's written under notes?
Yes.
That's that.
Okay. Apparently, deep within the depths of John McLean's soul is the pure desire to find a pair of shoes.
Great. Christmas shoes. Love it. All right. Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus
Divorce.
wants to sign the papers. No. She just wants to have a Christmas hero moment.
Yeah.
I think maybe she's tired of being in Santa's
Relegated
shadow.
to the-
Yeah,
yeah.
she wants to be
Toss big cookies
appreciated.
and Go get
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
You do love each other. You know, he's just bombastic
Yes,
and
he,
look.
he gets stressed in the lead up to Christmas. I
Exactly.
know,
It's
I
Christmas
know.
Eve, and look, celebrity has an effect on people. But you're very empathetic. You're very understanding, and that's
Very
why you've
loyal.
stuck with each other.
Yes.
Because he crashes after Christmas. He's, you keep him afloat.
Just wait till you have kids.
What do you think all the elves are? No.
Oh my goodness!
Slave labor!
All right.
Little helpers indeed.
Get busy.
All right. I think this little show has gone for long enough. I've been polite, and now I am mightily concerned both for my own safety and this child. So we will be leaving. This old Make-A-Wish kid can, have fun. You are clearly the brains of this operation, and I will see you later.
All right, good luck.
And I'm going to start backing out of
You're
the
a
room.
mission
Go for
man.
the child.
This is a mission.
No, darling, just let him. It's fine.
I can definitely see that he's a mission for you.
All right. Where do you go? You stand up. This is large, sort of it's
Yeah.
a cylindrical room, that conference room.
Yeah, well, the first question would be, are there doors?
There's a door on both ends.
Cool. I'm going to start shepherding the young child towards the door.
Which one?
I'd like to hop along with Kevin McAllister, like along the windows as he's like bouncing from left and right. Everywhere I'm going, leaving a little stain on the wall as I'm bouncing left and right across the room, floating. I'd like to be talking to Kevin McAllister.
Thank you, Tigerino, for the Christmas donation.
Purely for the howdy ho ho.
And Wilhelm did one earlier as well.
Oh, thank you, Wilhelm. I'm sorry I didn't
You've got to
see.
thank
The Santa
everyone,
also
dear.
says,
You've got to thank everyone.
Do you
McLean's
walk?
back your
Are you
way.
heading in the sort of front or back? Because there is a sort of direction the clouds have moved in. So
Probably just away from Santa
Okay, all right.
at this point.
yeah, you get to a door that looks very much like an airlock door on an aeroplane.
Cool. And so it has like a little window inset in it, does it?
It's got the double pane, sort of like a foot away from the inside.
Cool. I look out the window.
You see the black of night, a blanket of clouds moving fast beneath you, and thousands of feet below, through the clouds, an ocean moving slowly away.
Okay.
Kevin tries to peek and says, "Is there any reindeer?"
Oh, that's in the other side of the plane.
Oh, I dart over to the other side.
Follow the smell.
There's another
I'll
door. It's
just
not
look
an
at the
airlock door.
feces.
It's just like a little
window.
cabin door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I jump up to see if I can see the reindeer.
There's no window. It's just a cabin door.
Oh, it's
though.
the door.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Boo.
Oh, cheer up, little boy. You look like you've had a bad Christmas.
I mean, there's literally a piece of poo talking to me
I'd
right
like
now.
to use my shitmas magic to inexplicably make him not care that I'm a piece of poo, like all the kids in South Park
Okay.
seem to.
All right.
Whoa.
Challenge level 2.
Because I smell like... I got 2.
I think
You got
one
two.
you lost one, yeah.
All of a sudden, to little Kevin, the poo doesn't seem to smell so much.
Smell like flowers.
Gee whiz. Maybe you're right, Mister.
Mr. Hanky.
Mr. Hanky.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves you. I love you.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Kevin's just rocking back and forth in the corner.
Oh, damn it! The Starlink's dropped out. We won't be able to land in this weather.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Don't know how
More
we did
cookies
this in
for
the
you,
old
darling.
days.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
You know, I like to eat my
Eat
sadness
your
away.
feelings, yes, I know.
Listen, it's too dangerous for me to go down there. We arrive in the North Pole Territory in 5 minutes. I would like to send you down as a squad, the 3 of you.
What? Wait a minute, Santa. I float back into the room. What could possibly have taken over the North Pole?
I also come into the room.
It has to be seen to be believed. It's despicable. The spirit of Christmas itself has been flushed.
Oh, shit.
Who are you talking to?
It's my
Mr.
Christmas
Hanky.
pass to
Mr.
ruin
Hanky.
to demonetize the stream.
I sort of give up on this one. It's Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. I sort of like indicate to the shit on the table. my white gloves gently stained.
I sort of like look out the window again, sort of considering options.
Have a cookie, dear. Here you go.
Please put on your spiritometer. It's very important.
Oh, was the one for all of us?
Yeah, you each have a Christmas
I
spiritometer.
totally put mine on.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
I put mine on like a big wrestler belt. Like a WWE wrestler. Or, in fact, John McLean just turns, looks out the window, looks back, and there is one of them with a little
God.
That's just sick. I do, however, decide to take the biscuit, just perhaps out of pure hope that this is definitely a really messed up dream, and the faster I can expedite it, the better.
Good, good. You need food for all your muscles.
And
Well-
therapy.
You should be heading down in another minute. So if you have any final questions, now's the time. And then I wish you all luck. I will be in your ear the whole time if you run into a spot of trouble or need help navigating.
You said just the three of us are going down.
Yes.
How do you feel about that, Mrs. Claus? Don't you want a hero moment?
That's right. Mrs. Claus should stay in here and stay with her husband, cooking all the nice cookies.
Mr. Hanky, I should.
And then there's a burp as a small, tiny, miniature bottle of beer rolls away, and I look at Santa. I'm like,
You don't let her go, Santa. Don't let her go.
Perhaps, dear, maybe instead of just only having you in their ear, I could go physically with them.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
But who's going to feed them cookies? It's Christmas Eve.
Who's going to feed me cookies?
I'll come back and do it for you, darling.
You hold the Claus bloodline. We can't be risking you either, dear.
I didn't know you were pregnant, Mrs. Claus.
No, we've been trying for a long time. But we haven't given up yet. Christmas miracle may come any year.
We hope.
This is how it starts.
You happen to pick a very astute
All right.
child.
Oh, I reckon.
and I lean in and I give a little nuzzle into Kevin McAllister's cheek.
I reckon this kid's got some special talents.
I'm now
Most
sitting.
kids do.
I'm now sitting, having put on this watch, and just looking over to, young child who now has a shit stain on his cheek.
And look how confused the old dear is. Look at him.
I suppose a voice of reason and
Yes.
someone native to the North Pole is a good idea. But do take care, darling.
Of course.
Do gone, who's going to make your delicious Christmas cookies?
We can't have that. I will be back.
I love you, pumpkin.
Smoochy boo.
This is how it starts.
Oh, and that's time. Very good luck.
Do I get
And
a
then like
watchy
this
thing?
beam comes up around the seat from like
Do I
around
get a
you.
thingy?
Yeah, you already have one.
I
It has
have a thingy.
it has other like baking apps and
Nice.
stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
But
Woman's Weekly.
Playing cooked on it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Better Homes and Garden, sorry.
Just a moment.
And moments
high
later,
school.
and it's a really surreal sensation. Like time seems to sort of like warp and stagnate as you travel seemingly incorporeally through the air, beaming down below, and find yourself shortly in front of the North Pole.
I think it's we find ourselves in France.
Is this a bit like a Star Trek transporter beam?
Yeah, pretty much.
I just like to imagine from John McLean's perspective, Mr. Hanky does transport into the hovering magical flying height and then just falls to the ground. Separate transporter beam, everything, and then just
Frozen food. Even better.
A slight incline as well, so you're just like going,
Smells like home.
You're on the ground now. Tell me if you run into any trouble, but that's as close as I could get you without risking any danger.
Thank you, darling. Are we excited?
What exactly are we doing?
yeah, I can't help but feel that we weren't actually told.
Or prepared?
We're saving
What we're doing.
Christmas.
Okay, so this is where Mrs. Claus knows a little bit about what's been going on. There has been a takeover. The North Pole is no longer owned by Santa. And you're here to take it back. But things have been forced through some changes, and
Cheeto Foley.
it's time to bring back the spirit of Christmas.
Do I know who it's been taken over by?
Oh, your husband doesn't involve you in like the business dealings. It's
Right.
It's far too complicated for you
Yes,
to
yes.
understand.
Oh.
You know.
Your
Stick with
fragile
my
little
biscuits.
mind.
Musk has bought shares or something.
But one thing, can you roll acuity, Mrs. Claus? Let's go with less cheerful music. Yeah, less epic music. Let's go that one. Yep.
That's
What'd you get?
0.
Okay.
And my glasses are fogged up.
Yeah, your glasses are fogged up. Meanwhile, do you know what? I'm going to get John and Kevin and Mr. Hanky to roll acuity as well.
Okay. Oh my gosh, all right. Yeah, but
I got 3.
Ooh.
Then you got this.
4.
Five.
5. Oh my god.
Wow.
2.
Okay.
Bros are back in town.
For those just tuning in, I do have a regular voice.
Mrs. Claus is a little distracted, just helping Mr. Hanky up, who took a little bit of a harder fall. Just sort of went straight through like 2 feet of snow.
It's a dart.
Just
It's
Oh, it's so cold. I haven't been this hard since Santa forgot to take his lactase.
You probably just see me like wrapping a little bit of a
Watching Jen just like, how are you going to finish this?
Extremely.
It's kind of the opposite. If you didn't take lactase, that probably would be very wet.
Meanwhile, Kevin and John are sort of looking at the landscape. It's all very foreign and sort of feels like a weird time of day, even though like it's nighttime. I don't know, something about how the planet's oriented. It just sort of feels a little different. And Kevin notices, as well as John, a small child-sized person running towards you, sort of singeing slightly. But John, you notice even further beyond him, sort of this mist of smoke rising, not in the direction of the factory itself, a little off to the side. So a bunch of little colourful houses. As this small person runs up to you.
Take him.
Well, howdy ho!
hello, dear.
Oh my goodness! I saw Santa's ship up in the sky, and so he must have jumped you. Do I sound too alien?
There's a lot of reverb happening.
Oh,
Is there 7 of you talking at once?
Perhaps there is. Oh. Maybe I'll just go like this, which is my normal voice.
Amazing.
That's pretty good.
All right. Oh, Mrs. Claus, you've come down. We've been waiting for you.
I'm here, dear. I'm here.
Most of us have been fired, and we can't go back into the factory.
What have they done to you, poor thing?
I just miss Christmas the way it was.
I'll get some cookies into you soon enough, darling.
The kitchens, they're in there too. You're gonna have to make your way in there, but I'm too scared.
We'll save you. We'll look after you.
I certainly hope you do.
So this factory or whatever, that's you said it's in the distance or is it nearby?
It's, I'd say like a 10-minute walk.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can see it, and you can see it's like similarly to how in New York there's like the old buildings of New York, and layered above and slightly behind them there's the more modern buildings, and then so on. So there's like this old gingerbread-looking house, and then there's a little more built up, but still very Christmassy. But then behind that, this massive steel, very square, very plain-looking factory, and there's still some sort of scaffolding and cranes. So it looks like this is a recent project.
All right. Having watched Mrs. Claus swaddle a small poo in a fairly large overcoat or something, and then embrace a small child / human with the same hands, which are no longer clean.
And pointy ears.
John is going to sort of turn to young Kevin and say, "Come on, kid. Let's get out of this snow. Let's find someone who, actually has a few brain cells." And I'm just going to start walking towards the factory.
Towards the factory.
Yep.
Okay. As you do, you pass a sign that says Merry Christmas, but it's just got this big X on it, crossed out.
Is that
What have they done?
very
What? Mary, that Christ?
STMS.
Upon seeing that sign, I'm going to say,
Oh no. Jesus won't be very happy about this.
he's a personal friend of mine. Lives in Colorado. Anyway.
You say in your normal day voice.
All right, everyone
Giving
roll.
you guys context.
Everyone roll. Acuity. 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 Everyone roll acuity.
I got 3.
Challenge level 2.
I make the 2.
5 again.
Wow.
I'm just
John
warning you.
McLean is competent.
Oh, sorry.
We have a lot of
yeah.
dice.
Yeah. No, it's
There's actually a lot of
that's
dice
okay.
variants. Yeah.
We're not. There's not going to be a lot of challenges.
I've got 2 as well.
All right. You notice that there is a patrol.
Oh dear.
How you feet?
The numbness from the
Yeah.
snow is kind of helping.
Okay. Just wanted to
Mrs. Claus, you don't recognize any of these people on patrol.
They're not elves.
But John, with your extremely competent acuity check, you notice they're not people. They look mechanical.
Okay.
At this point, they're far
I
in the
don't really
distance.
comment because it's not the weirdest thing I've seen so far.
They're about 100 meters away, but at the moment they're just sort of stilted, sort of walking through the snow in a regimented patrol around the building. But they're not like swarming. They're sort of fairly distant from each other, and it seems to be somewhat predictable in terms of how they're moving around.
They're just like marching.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. So who the hell are these guys?
Sort of addressing Mrs. Claus.
They're the people who've taken over.
So it's like a
It's a takeover.
military coup?
Sure.
Coup?
He calls them butt crackers.
Says the elf who's followed you along, singeing and smelling slightly of burnt hair.
Can I sneak away?
Who does? The guy who thinks he's Santa?
He makes all these lame jokes and makes us laugh at him, and then when we don't, he fires us. And he thinks it's funny because it does it with a flamethrower.
I will scoop up some snow and try and put it on his face.
He's still warm. Sort of melts slightly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go see if my sister's okay.
And he runs away.
Okay, run along now. We've got to save that poor soul.
I want to sneak away while this conversation was happening.
Sneak away?
Yeah.
Where to?
Closer to the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But as a little kid to like.
Yeah. So you're ducking away from the group to get up close.
Yeah.
All right. Roll stealth check.
Are you coming with me?
I'm going to follow the child.
Okay.
I'll let you sit on my shoulder if you want.
Ooh. Opening his
happy
heart.
to make a
Hold
stealth
on.
check too.
Oh, sorry.
I'd like initially you not to know that I followed you.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So you're going to roll stealth.
What's the challenge level?
1.
Oh, yeah, 2.
I got 4 successes.
So I have no idea
Okay.
rolling.
They don't seem to notice you.
Cool.
There's 2 in sight. One is facing away from you and walking away. The other one is walking towards, but has just sort of rotated, and now they're both walking away, and you have this window.
Sick. Is there anything in the vicinity that I can use to create a trap? Oh, wait, hold on.
Well, they're totally.
I just appear out of nowhere and start speaking.
Oh, shucks. Robots. No Christmas spirit at all. Oh.
Why would a robot not have Christmas spirit?
Because robots don't have souls.
Oh, that's pretty deep.
No spirits.
Can I make a trap? How do I do this?
You can make a trap.
Yeah.
Does it use spirit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. On your way through, you actually sort of cross this recently erected barbed wire fence, but I think that it wasn't erected with weather in mind or like the conditions of the North Pole, so it's a little bit, falling apart. So you could pull pieces of it and pull away one of the posts and a string of barbed wire.
Okay. I'd like to make a semi-reasonable trap, not the other trap.
Yeah.
I'm going to save that one for later.
That costs 1 spirit.
That costs 1 spirit.
Okay, so you burn that spirit
Semi-reasonable trap.
Yeah.
with
You see the pictures on the cards.
with some deft digging in the snow and some wrangling of some of the wire. You sort of like loop it around in such a way that like you can actually sort of see the progression of footprints that were taken before, and you're pretty confident that they seem to be moving in a repetitious sort of way. So you can set it up in the same sort of place and then cover it over with the snow, and you like nestle the
Barbed wire.
the barbed wire and the plank, and it's
Okay.
all sort of slightly buried.
Okay. Do they have like tires for feet?
Pardon?
Do they have like tires for feet or something? Like if
No.
they walk, they'll just get tangled in it.
They don't. They're just walking like people.
Okay.
You just look,
All right.
But you've set up what you think would be
All right.
a competent little trap.
Sick. All right. I wait.
Well, golly, I haven't seen traps like that since Nam.
You were in the what? What's name?
Oh,
just
don't
a
worry
kid.
about it, kid. Just a little rustle up I got involved in back in the day.
Oh no.
And I wait.
Okay. Meanwhile, John and Mrs. Claus, you notice that Kevin and the little shit that was with him are missing.
Definitely more concerned
Lost
about
the
one
two
than
little
other.
shits.
Oh no, the poo!
We've lost them. Where did they go? Where's Mr. Hanky? And the child?
And the child.
The two little shits, no.
Can I just like look around and notice, say, some very obvious footprints and like
Yeah.
a furrow in the ground?
They're not
that
hard to find.
An inanimate feces made?
No, I teleported from your perspective. Sorry. Mr. Hanky, Christmas magic.
Oh, so there's like hopscotch poo shapes in the snow.
Well, I got 4 on my stealth check, so
Okay.
like...
There's no poop.
Mr. Hanky can fly.
He can.
So I kind of just went, and like little sparkles came out from behind me.
But you just
and then I
saw
appeared next to Kevin McAllister.
You spot the footprints, though, and Mrs. Claus goes,
I did
how
get
did
pipe
you see
security.
those? Oh, lovely. Let's go. Follow that way.
All right. And you see there's a mound. You cross through the barbed wire thing. That seems a little open. Seems sort of lack security. But there's a mound of snow that Kevin is hiding behind next to this sort of brown stain on the snow beside him.
What are you up to? It's just me. It's Mrs. Claus.
The robot has turned around and is heading in your direction.
All right, everyone, hide and we're going to trap this
Everyone roll stealth.
I'll roll in a ball. Just a bowl of claws.
2 successes.
Okay.
Dave's too used to rolling off camera. He needs to chill for me to bring up the camera.
I got 2 as well. 2.
2.
Okay. You don't seem to catch this robot's attention as it marches through the snow and approaches what Kevin knows is something lying around. And when it does, it steps, wire tangles as it goes to pull its foot up, and the plank that was nestled and balanced carefully flicks up and whacks it on the head. And it sort of falls back with barbed wire tangling between its legs, sort of hopping, trying to auto-correct itself, and then just falling flat back in the snow. And you hear like, oh, and it's like rolling, trying like a turtle on its back. It's just sort of not prepared for this glitch. It's holding something. It looks like a candy cane, but you're not sure.
Jumps around the little hill of snow and just kicks the shit.
It's a robot.
Okay, you gotta jump full on into combat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool. So you're initiating.
Are you on my shoulder? Or you just sat next to me.
Well, if you're going to run and kick it,
Yeah.
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, great.
Okay,
Alright.
go for
Are
it.
you going to kick it as well?
No, I have a different plan.
It's prone. What are the rules for prone?
-4.
Oh, really? Okay. You
What do I roll with? So is it,
You kicking, you have
It
no
says
talent at
minus
kicking.
3d6.
Oh, minus
but
3.
it's minimum of 1 dice. So
so I'm rolling with 1 die.
no. This is the robot.
Oh.
Your combat roll. Have you
So
got a combat?
trapping? So trapper?
Yeah, but you can't use trap at a punch and
Yeah.
kick.
Yeah. So what's
So it'll
what's
just
the
be
combat roll?
it'll just be your strength
or whatever
or your
a physical-
reflexes, and that's it. It's just the trait because you're
Let's do
untrained.
reflexes.
Yeah, and you do 1 damage.
Sick.
Both failed.
Nothing.
Re-roll.
Okay. 1.
Re-roll.
1.
Re-roll. You won.
Yeah,
you did it.
The robot.
Also involved in the combat, right?
My
Yeah.
turn.
Yep. Now it's
So
your turn.
I'm going to use my first ability.
Yeah.
Share a little kiss. And I'm going to float across and plant a beautiful kiss, which effectively looks like reverse windscreen wipering on his face lens.
Yeah.
And I just smear brown across his lens if I hit.
Yeah.
With my 8
Oh
dice.
my goodness.
With 3 successes.
Wow.
So I do 1 damage with poison 1, and it has apply, so it ignores all resistances. It just
Great.
gets poisoned.
Get it, Mr.
And
Hanky.
it has poo on its lens.
The robot takes a boot to the head that seems to have dislodged something, and now it can't see. So like its senses are out. So it's literally just sort of like helplessly like searching on its back.
Can I
It's
take
like,
this candy cane?
Yeah.
Great.
Now, please describe what I see when the poo takes its action.
Just fell on it.
You know, I'd like to make another shipmess magic check to see if he can perceive me. Are you starting to believe, or do you still just think this is all just weird?
Why would I be starting to
It was an owl.
Do a
Hanky.
shipmess magic. Challenge level 2.
I got 5 successes.
All of a sudden, as John McLean is watching Kevin wail on this robot, which, look, it takes a lot of like whacking around.
I'm a
It doesn't
child.
really doesn't do a lot, and then eventually you sort of like dislodge something. But all of a sudden, like you notice shit on the on the front of the robot's face, but all of a sudden the shit has a face, and it's like. What is Mr. Hanky saying? As he's
Mr.
like-
Hanky floats up above and then goes,
All right, Kevin, we got her. Now take everything it's got and let's get out of here.
Alrighty, and John is just going to turn around and like sit down on that snowdrift that Kevin was originally hiding behind and just start picking glass out of his feet. Clearly, the blood loss is getting to him.
Now, you can't help but notice as you're picking on your watch, that little Christmas spiritometer, just a little dial, just a little, as Mr. Hanky's rubbing all over the robot.
I just like to float and hop over, realizing that you can see me, and just float and just sort of sidle down next to you, and then just quietly, just very quietly.
Sometimes he's naughty. Sometimes he's corny. He can be brown or greenish brown. But if you eat fiber on Christmas Eve, he might come to your town. It's Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves
John
you.
pulls out
I
a gun,
love you.
levels at the small person. Like, we are not doing this.
No. That's Mr. Hanky.
Oh, gee, mister, I was just trying to spread some Christmas spirit.
I'm about to spread you in a minute all over the snow here.
You are not very festive, are you, dear?
Everyone
How could you
roll acuity again.
Everything about this is cursed. I got 3.
3. I'm slowing down in my old age.
2
Well,
for me.
you did just see a shit dance with a face.
All right.
2.
The other robot has turned and is moving towards you. You need to move stealthily or hide stealthily.
I look at the candy cane. Is it a gun?
It's not a gun, but it's a weapon. It's like a bludgeoning. Like you can take it. It'll be a bludgeoning weapon.
I go over to John McLean and I hand him the candy cane and I say, "In the Christmas spirit."
John McLean's holding a gun. John McLean has like a machine gun.
Kevin realizes this and then goes, "In the Christmas spirit," and holds it up and then starts charging for the robot.
Oh, okay.
No, Mr. Hanky he was going to intervene briefly and say, Whoa, there's too many, kid. They'll gang up on you and beat the living tar out of you. We should get into the Christmas factory right away.
I mean, he's got a gun.
It's a metal being.
Guns
You think a gun is going to
are
work?
loud.
Thank you, Mr. Hanky.
So what are you suggesting?
We
Stealth.
sneak away.
Sneaking is what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
I would like to stealth by rolling in a ball.
Okay.
Because this
Describe
ball
this.
is quite round.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
she just tucks up.
You're just gonna
and just
like
rolls like a snowball.
is it Rufio from like from?
I don't know.
No, it's not Rufio. He's the gang leader, the little ball guy from Hook. Yeah, so it's I'm old.
yeah,
You know
yeah.
how he like grabs his legs and
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah, that's what I
All
want
right.
to do.
No.
I'm in a coma. There is no other reasoning.
All right. Roll stealth.
Off to save Christmas.
Challenge level 1.
I got
1.
4.
Yep.
I
one
just like to believe that
suspects the poo.
they're robots, so they just literally can't perceive me right now. Like, there's nothing.
Just a yeah.
I also
Well,
got
can you
4.
even poison a robot?
You can with apply.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I got 2.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. You succeed.
Yes.
The glass is starting to slow me down. I got 1.
Yeah. You still succeed.
Yeah. And thank you for the 20 months, Undead Raven.
Yay!
Yay. Actually, no. I think that's a roll off if it's matched.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll off. Yeah, 3. You passed. Okay, cool. So you're all stealthy and you're heading into the factory.
Sure. Seems like the best outcome currently.
You enter the
Claus was
doorway.
inspired by Kevin defeating the robot, and now she wants to defeat a robot.
Yeah. Well, Mrs. Claus is the first to enter the lobby, but it breaks her little heart. It is so drab and plain. It is bare, and the front
throw rug
desk,
is
which
gone.
used to be adorned with gingerbread little competition houses that the elves make every year, and a little candy gumball guessing, game that people can do when they sign up.
My
and
little
put the-
handmade wreath.
all of that, yep. It's usually just colorful and wonderful, but instead it is an empty, stark modern hallway with a cryptocurrency sort of stock ticker up on the wall. There is an elf behind the desk. Everything is sort of black and white. Like it's like weirdly like,
Like sterile.
Did you
Yeah,
say
very
there was
sterile.
a crypto ticker on the wall?
yeah.
God dang it! God dang it! My doge is down again. I keep getting scared by those bastards with their meme tokens.
Well,
There's
you
a
see,
Christmas
Candy
spirit.
Coin is the one to invest in. Have you come here to purchase Candy Coin?
No, we've come here to bring back the Christmas spirit, dear.
Oh, Mrs. Claus, you really shouldn't be here.
You shouldn't be here behind a crypto
The other
desk.
man's in trouble now, in charge now.
Where is he?
He's in the Grand Hall. But I didn't tell you that, Mrs. C.
Let me guess, this is the elf serve cashier.
Don't make bad puns. Only he's allowed to do those.
He whispers with haunted eyes.
Well, I can't wait to meet him. Hopefully that'll make an end to all this.
Well, if we save, Christmas, then yes. It will be over, hopefully.
Strictly speaking, I can't let you into the facility. And I wouldn't recommend it anyway. Security's really turned up a notch. He's a bit paranoid. So, Merry Xmas and have a nice day.
Well, I know what you need.
I say, floating up into the center of the room and gesturing widely.
You look like you've lost your Christmas spirit.
Yes.
Is this some?
Now, he has lost his Christmas spirit. So he doesn't hear you say this. He just sees a shit on his. He's like,
Who put that there?
It's Mr. Hanky.
No, it's... Mr. Hanky. I'm going to roll this. That seems to ring a bell.
Have you forgotten the Christmas spirit?
Oh, Mrs. C, things have changed around here.
Can I make a charm check if that was he might be able to perceive me? Or is
it's
he,
a might. It's a
Okay.
might. So you could do charm or you could do your shitness magic.
I'm going to do charm. I'm going to do. They're the same roll.
Okay.
Okay.
Challenge level 2.
Look at
Actually,
all
I'll
those
do shitness
dice.
magic because I have disadvantage on charm checks because I'm repulsive.
Funny that.
I got 3.
Mr. Hanky.
Wait.
I'm not going to do the whole song, but
Yeah, but we.
The Christmas.
it's my version of it.
The Christmas.
It is you, Mr. Hanky. I missed you.
And he runs up to you,
No.
envelops you in a hug, and
And I give him kisses back.
all these kisses, just like, and all this brown, just
It's like almost like the same JPEG or PNG
Yeah.
of the brown
Just
stain just keeps appearing.
stapled all over his face. And then after
Wiping a tear.
after hugging and kissing Mr. Hanky and reminded of the magic of Christmas, he he releases Mr. Hanky and turns to you and smiles, this big shit-eating grin. And
Funny.
Oh, literally.
So you're here to save Christmas, huh?
Of course, darling.
All right. I'll let you through, but don't tell them it was me, okay?
Not a word.
Oh, but be careful. The butt crackers, they're everywhere. And they're programmed to crack your butt. At least that's what we're told.
Mr. Claus does that to me all the time.
Oh my god.
You got.
Well, that explains why you haven't gotten pregnant yet, miss.
Damn right I do.
Wow. Yeah, can I cover the small child?
They just have a really interesting relationship.
Funny that he learns about butt cracking before he learns that I'm not real.
Thought they lived at the North Pole, not the South Pole.
Oh, he had that, darling. Good. Let's go save
You have to
Christmas.
learn sometime.
God damn. All right.
Let's face it, his parents weren't about to teach him. They barely pay attention. Oh, I forgot to mention in the briefing before. I need the naughty nice list.
Of course.
It's been taken in the takeover, and if we're going to take it back over, I can't deliver presents without getting that list back.
On it.
Kevin says, "Don't worry, Santa," and then he pretends with the candy cane to clock, yeah. He says, "We'll get it back for you."
The watchers, just when all the kissing was happening, everyone noticed it feels a little pulsing vibration, and it's
It goes down. I
no,
understand.
it's the Christmas miracle magic as they're kissing,
Is that what happened?
as they're kissing and embracing, and the poo's spinning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, that's my will to live that went down.
Let's stealth in.
Are we leaving this room?
Okay, there's
Yes.
a large vaulted door that you can go through. He beeps it, so it will open when you approach
Look at
it.
his shoes. What
The
size?
whose?
The elves. What size feet does he look like? He's
Like yours.
so kids' shoes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As we leave, I'd like to
Sorry.
gesturally do Christmas magic and make the little stars sweep across the room and then have presents and Christmas things appear magically because I'm a minor Christmas deity. I'd like to I'd like to try and leave the place.
Of course you are.
Christmassy.
Okay.
Christmas magic.
I'm not questioning anything.
I have a question for you, Mr. Hanky.
Well, far away.
If you can do this, and I gesture to what you just did, why not just magic everyone away? Or magic the list, or...
Well, you see, two things there, Kevin. Well, I'm only as powerful as the belief, and you can see the elves have lost their belief in Mr. Hanky. And secondly, I'm kind of drunk, and I promised I wouldn't use my really powerful Christmas magic when I was drunk. Last time the accident happened.
Mr. Hanky.
And then he looks down, just kind of has another sip from his bottle.
Kevin says, my dad says the same thing sometimes too.
Amazing.
All right.
Let's go.
We're going to enter?
Stealth in.
How are you going to enter? You going to stealth in?
Yes.
All right. Everyone roll a stealth
Another
check.
stealth check.
Can I refuse as I just trudge sullenly with glass in my feet through this damn door?
I rolled too early, sorry.
You're on 4.
I did roll 4. This one. Yeah, 4 successes.
Also 4.
1.
Okay. The doors silently open, and Kevin, with Mr. Hanky floating and sparkling behind him, enter without a word, stealthily as can be. And you absorb the room first, so you see that there are dozens of these butt cracker robots marching around, and hundreds of elves at workstations building butt cracker robots. This, as Mrs. Claus and John go to enter the room now. Mrs. Claus is sort of trying to sneak, but she's wearing this bright red and white and really obnoxious, and she's a larger lady. And John's just
Solemnly.
does he say anything as he walks in?
He's got nothing. He's just done.
Trudging in. What next?
No yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah.
I'm still somewhat traumatized by a small midget who made out with a stick of poo.
That's fair.
Yep. The robots are all just all their heads turn on you all.
I think they've spotted us.
I want to sneak away from them.
Intruder. And there's this clatter as they all turn.
How did you describe this room?
Oh yeah. Let me just quickly.
And would you say there's a lot to fight?
A dozen.
Okay.
There's a dozen of these things, but we'll find a way to expedite it.
I could have the answer.
Yeah, please.
Describe the room. Sorry, is it a big?
Yeah, so large vaulted room. Think
Yep.
like Amazon, like fulfillment room.
Yep.
With like long rolling tables, but it's like a production line where they're building robots. It makes Mrs. Claus's heart weep because this is where they used to hand whittle wooden thingies, and even in more recent days, they'd sort of manufacture computer chips and build fun little toys and game things and etch-a-sketches. And now they're all just looking overworked and exploited as they build the butt crackers.
And it's quite a big room that we have to cross. Large distance.
Quite large, yeah. There's 12 of them. They all divide their attention amongst each of you evenly.
I could get us out of here if you just believe in me, everyone.
I believe.
But we want to stay and save
I mean,
everything.
like cross the room, not
Oh yes, I'm on
like
board
getting
for
away
that.
from
All
the
of the elves'
conflict.
eyes lock on Mrs. Claus
John
with
takes
like
his hand down.
pleading desperation. Like,
It's Mrs. Claus. It's Mrs. Claus. Back for you. Save us, Mrs.
We can go straight past this room. I just need you to all say, I believe in Mr. Hanky.
I believe in Mr.
I
Hanky.
believe in Mr. Hanky.
Come on, John.
Sure, I believe in Mr. Hanky.
I'm going to spend 4 spirit.
yes!
Okay, so as you say, I believe in Mr. Hanky floats up in there and turns in a gentle spiral and magically just like puts his hands out and there's Christmas sparkles. The sound of joy, of Christmas, of warm hearthfire, all those warm feelings of Christmas just fill you up as from nowhere, just human feces manifests in ridiculous quantities and slowly assembles into the Poo Choo Express, which I'd like to show you all. It is a steam train engine. It is the front carriage
It's
of
a steaming train engine.
the front carriage of a steam train engine made of poo. And
Did you say it's called the Poochoo?
it's called the Poo Choo Express, and it basically allows me to move myself any distance and take passengers that distance in a combat area. So I figure if I target
Amazing.
the other end of the room,
Absolutely.
all aboard!
All right, everyone make a reflex check to mount aboard the Poo Choo Express.
Absolutely incredible. Also, welcome, Dale. Good timing.
This is going to be resistance reflexes.
Oh dear.
That's fair.
Challenge level 2.
Always ask the worst rolls for me.
Speak for yourself.
I've not rolled for more than 3 dice.
I still rolled 2.
What was the difficulty?
2.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
You do have Mac and
two.
Grit
I will use a 9.
I got 2.
because you don't want to know what happens if you if you're running after this thing.
I have a feeling I'm not going to negotiate on this one.
But the reason like you almost fail is like you're all like there as Christmas magic as it is, as warm as the feelings are,
And it's
you're
literally warm.
Yeah, you're mounting like variously textured poo, and you can't help but like
Mind the corn.
hold back some gags
Great.
as you all cushion yourselves
Can't wait.
into the warm embrace of the seat of the
lovely.
Poo Choo Express.
Smells
And I'm
like
going to share a
Mr.
picture of this
Claus.
card with the patrons.
I am going to avoid putting my feet down on the surface here to avoid infection.
You just handstanding?
My feet are just out the side.
I'm going to get you
okay.
to roll a coordination check.
Sure.
Challenge level 2.
Coordination.
So dumb.
Wait, this is where they wrap the presents, right?
No, this is the building room.
Another one.
Is there a pair of shoes in this room?
3.
3. Okay, you successfully keep your feet up. Now,
I keep my
will
dogs
say,
out the
so
window.
you're keeping your eye out for shoes. I will say to Mr. Hanky, this strikes you as a fantastic opportunity to spread some Christmas magic. Now, there are piles of toys that had been built with the intent of cheering people's lives before the takeover, piled on the sides of the room and to be forgotten or disposed of.
Mr. Hanky is just piles.
So with a few extra checks and a bit of challenge, you'll navigate around some enemies, but you can spread some Christmas magic.
So I think that
Just give me the word,
while
I'll take 'em out.
the steam train is like, it's like winding up and going across the room, I'd like it to basically start everyone's seen Christmas movies, like my big number. So like the steam trains are, and then I'm like, oh, Mr. Hanky, the Christmas boo, he loves you. And like floating out, like kissing an elf and floating back and like dancing on top of the steam train.
I was like, yeah. It's like, like the scene in like a prison where they start to riot. They're like, yeah. And the robots are like, they hold the candy canes like they're guns, but as soon as they start to like engage, they all like just start to hold them like clubs and start like, they don't shoot anything. They're just big candy canes. So they start like whacking this poo train as it
Just poo flies back.
so it kind of does as much to them as they do to it.
Oh no.
As this extravagant event takes place, and you circle round to the presents.
I want to make the most of it, so I'll give it a circle around to the presents. I'm trying to bring cheer into this room. That's my goal.
Spread some Christmas cheer on all those presents.
Definitely bringing something else into this room.
I'll give you a chance to search. I'll give you. I'll get you to make an acuity check.
Me?
No. This is Kevin.
Okay.
Keeping an eye out for John.
Do I get a extra die?
Why would you?
Because you led me closer to the thing.
No.
No, okay.
This just gives you the opportunity to.
Okay. Challenge level 2.
2. You got it.
Here to
You
rescue
see a pair of adult-looking shoes. They're like, Nike runners or whatever.
I pull down my candy cane, which is like a hook.
Whoa! Very good.
Oh, and can I use my crafty or something like that to help?
Your engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you make an engineering finesse check.
Or 5 finesse.
Now, I will let you, John, assist, but you'll need to communicate what you're doing because...
John! And then I point to the shoes and the ground that I'm like, this is the
Yep. Scramble over.
Now, this will mean holding this child, leaning over this poo wall so that he doesn't fall out, but it's going to you'll get dirty.
I accept.
I'll let you kneel on the seat so your feet still aren't
In the
at risk.
pursuit of good footwear.
Yeah.
I mean, I already
What
look
kind of
like
shoes
crap.
are
Let's be honest.
they? The poo suit. What shoes are they? Are these like Doc Martens? Are they
They're Nikes. They're like white sort of Nike runners.
They're not hush puppies?
No.
Okay.
Oh, they're dad shoes.
So this is going to be
Gonna be
challenge
hush
level
puppies.
3 to grab them.
But an extra
But
die.
you get an extra dice because you have John helping.
We got this, fam. Let's go.
Bam!
Green.
And hooked smoothly on the end of the large candy cane. You hook the box and you pull it up to you. And they hadn't gone to wrapping yet, so it's just this box of Nikes.
Nor are they covered in poo.
They are not yet covered in poo, and you hand over
Very
a
inventive
pristine box with new sneakers in them.
Amazing. Well done, kid.
Before I give them to you, though, I kind of take them back and I say, I need a favor.
What do you want, kid? Anything.
So, my brother's names. I can't remember his
me
brother's
neither. I
names.
should have looked
It's
this
like
up.
Buddy, I think. Or
Yeah,
it's like Buddy
Buddy
or
Boston
Biff
and
or something.
Hey, buddy.
I think it's Buddy.
My little shithead brothers.
Hey, don't say that with him here.
It's Jeff and Buzz.
Buzz.
Buzz, Jeff and Buzz are the only
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Buzz is the problem
It's
one.
Buzz.
Buzz is the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeff, not so much, but Buzz. Oh my God, Buzz. I need both their names on the naughty list this year. And I need your help to make it happen. Do I hear this?
I'm going to say yes.
Is this sacrilege?
In the current circumstances, not
Okay.
particularly. There are other more pressing matters at hand.
Kevin lists in great detail the amount of pain that Buzz has caused him over the years. And this child is abusive to his brother. He's not a nice kid.
This sounds like a very naughty child.
And he's nowhere on the list. What the?
You know, we can do this. We can sort this for you.
I'll do what I can do. See what I can do, kid.
Give you the shoes.
Hell yeah.
You have a pair of shoes. And as the Poo Choo Express zooms around the room, and as... My screen's gone. Is your screen gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not sure
Mine
why.
hasn't. Yay! It's a Christmas miracle.
It'll be a connector between these.
Oh, we didn't touch them.
Try the HDMI. Anyway, distractions because I can't see what's happening.
To do. Unplug.
So while this is all happening, obviously, Mr. Hankey's not paying any attention to this conversation because I'm like flying around the room, bouncing across elves, like the train's going, and I'm just throwing out presents and blessing this Santa's workshop with my Christmas cheer as much as I can give. It's just a wonderful occasion for everyone involved.
Absolutely.
That believes in Christmas.
It's not fixed, so it's fine. We'll continue.
We're all on camera. We're good.
Yeah.
Excellent. It's just me on the screen.
It is an amazing situation, and you all feel this buzz on your wrists as this spiritometer is like past the halfway mark. It's like you feel this well of warmth within you, and it's quite inspiring to Mrs. Claus. Like this power that these people around her can take into their own hands to make Christmas magic. It's inspiring. Beautiful. And the train has wheeled all the way around the room and charges down the long alley all the way through to the end to where Mrs. Claus knows the wrapping room used to be.
Sick. Sorry.
Oh, not that kind of wrapping, darling.
I'm mighty tired after that.
You've done well,
I
Mr.
think,
Hankey.
Mr. McLean, if we get any more ruckus, I think you can handle that one with your big muscles.
You know what, small defecation? I'll see what I can do about that as well.
I would like to use the magic of Christmas on Mr. Hankey.
Ooh, what does that do?
Restore a spirit. It also restores the health, but I figure it's the spirit that you need. And so I'll give you a big hug.
Oh my god.
It's Mr. Hankey.
Oh, okay.
And say you did very well, dear. Very inspiring, very heroic.
I never knew you felt like that about my shit.
It smells like you and you're not here, darling.
And I never knew I'd be right between these two bosoms. Oh, my.
Okay, that's enough then.
All right, I got this close to reconciliation.
I'm sorry,
and
everyone.
It's gone again.
I feel like I just learned something about Mr. and Mrs. Claus that I didn't need to know.
The train charges towards these large
It's a
doors.
magical poop.
Above the large
Sure.
doors are the words AI wrapping room. And the doors open. And Mr. Hankey's Christmas magic, the Poo Choo Express, fizzles out. And everyone stumbles through the door.
It's just like a snowball ending its run, and it just kind of collapses into like.
That's exactly what happened. It's like everyone unrolling from the snowball, falling into the wrap room, covered in shit, but landing on a caged. What do you call it? Another
Conveyor belt?
Thank you, conveyor belt with robotic arms that all seem to look at you and prepare to wrap along this whole long train. Artificially intelligent robot arms, which are depicted in this terrible artificial intelligence wrapping room that only one of us can see.
They fired all the elf rappers.
It's true.
Oh, not
As
MC
Oh, not lit.
pointy ear.
there's a
DJ
bunch of
Elflid.
Looks like it's going to be a rap battle to the death.
there actually is in the room. There's like AI generated rap music is playing over the speaker.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Jingle bells.
None of it makes
Jingle
any
bells.
sense.
Yeah.
The
I
words
miss
are wrong.
extra Little Wayne.
Don't know what that means.
Extra Lil Wayne.
Oh,
What about two ply?
Wayne.
You should get that one, Mr.
That's a good one.
Oh, and 25 cents.
M and Elf. Nice.
All right. Now, this could be dire because there is a processing box at the end of this long conveyor belt that looks pretty menacing, like cutting ribbons and.
All right, so quick question. What is off to the side of the conveyor belt? Is it just part of the floor, or we can stand off it?
You can see through in the. It is a drop down. Like you can step off, but it's built for all these robot arms, and so you'll be within reach of any of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I sort of am judging that the better outcome is to stay on this conveyor belt and try to get to the other end.
Probably not.
Cool.
Like
Then I don't wanna.
if you get to the other end, it's going to get awful pinchy, and you may not make it out.
Cool.
They're wrapping like the what do you call them? Butt cracker robot parts, like in separate things, and like putting them in boxes and wrapping them. And you can visualize the parts that it would be grabbing exist on you, but are attached to you. So it would be like pulling you apart and boxing you up and wrapping you in this stark black and white candy cane themed wrapping paper.
At least they kept the candy cane theme colors.
Looking around the room, is there like a convenient massive computer that seems to be generating all of the power or something like that?
There are computers outside of the conveyor belt
Sure.
that seem to have the wrapping designs.
Okay.
There's like that seem to, be programming the printing of the wrapping paper.
Okay.
They don't seem sort of systemic to this room, but there are other conveyor belts. There's like long conveyor belts in the room, but you're just in one of them, sort of caged in.
Okay, I grab John by the shirt, even though I'm a small child, and I say, you need to use your gun and shoot him. I'm gonna run.
You want me to shoot the giant robot arms? To achieve what?
Turning off the computer?
Can I use this?
You want me to
use it
shoot the
anytime you
robot
want.
arm to turn off the computer?
Or something. I don't know, I'm just a kid.
I'm just gonna walk over to the computer.
Is that past the robot arms?
I don't know, is it?
Is it?
Is it what?
To get to the computer, does he have to go past all the robot
Yes,
arms?
but also has to break out of this sort of caged thing.
Oh.
There might be
it's
hatches or something.
enclosed.
Yeah, you're sort of like you're sort of in this weird mesh tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I try to unpick it?
Would take a bit of guts or strength.
Could I squeeze through?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. All right. Can we see if there's like, a maintenance hatch or door
Roll
within this cage?
Yeah, I would get roll acuity check.
Can I slip through? Is it small enough for a proof but not big enough for a small enough?
Roll
for a car?
acuity.
2.
2 as well.
Yep. You both see it's actually pretty obvious. Like you'll see there's a few of these lined up along the roof. It's pretty hard to reach. Like you wouldn't be able to get there on your own. You might be able to like jump and grab onto the end of it. But one is coming up, approaching a few meters away now. You'll
All
need to
right.
work together to sort of, But as you're approaching, there's also 2 robot arms around the same area, just like a few meters past, that are wrapping the robot in front of you.
Yeah, directly.
They're wrapping a robot in front of us?
Yeah, the butt crackers.
Firecrackers.
Like lying down and sort of assembling them into
Be a gift for
boxes. Yeah.
someone.
All right, kid. Good luck. I'm gonna grab little Kevin and basically just huck him up towards the hatch.
Okay. Just throw him up. It's not open. It's still like it's a closed hatch. It's like a lid.
Well, it's hatches. Is that
It's like a
handles or
mesh.
something?
Well, like it's
What
not.
kind of access hatch is it? If it
It's
doesn't have
mainly
handles?
so people on the outside can open up and reach in to do stuff.
Oh,
or
and drop
fix
prisoners
stuff.
in. Okay.
Use the
Well,
candy cane? But can I slip through it? We never...
You could open the hatch feasibly if you manage
Yeah,
to.
okay. Next question. How high up is the hatch?
Again, so you could reach. I'd say 2 meters, which is just below
So if
ceiling height in here.
stand on your shoulders...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll put Kevin on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So he can reach.
Coordination check from both of you.
Cool. And I'm gonna walk, turn around and
Yeah.
walk forwards against the flow.
I'm gonna get. This is gonna be 2 for you, John, and 3 for you, Kevin, because you're standing.
Yep.
I will give you an extra dice as Mrs. Claus can help steady
Yes.
So you said coordination.
you, Kevin.
sick.
So you get an extra dice. This is coordination because we're on a moving conveyor belt.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do we get?
3.
Uh-oh.
1.
Oh no.
Is that with
rock
an
roll.
extra dice as well?
Yeah, that was everything.
All right. Will fail forward. It's not fun, and you're like really struggling.
Boo.
But you do manage to reach it, but your legs slip from John's shoulders. So you're no longer
Am I just
supported.
dangling?
Yes, you're like holding onto the claw like on the edge of the hatch. So it's taken a bit of strength.
Cool.
But
Right.
you can feasibly try and reach up and open it, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, well, considering I basically like completely passed all my checks to remain where I am on the conveyor belt, if Kevin gets open, can I just sort of like shove his feet up and help him up?
You could do that, or you could shoot the hinges or the lock to allow it to push open. You would be shooting in the direction of a child. That's
do
an
I-
option. You don't
Do I
have to
think
do
it's
that.
smart to like
Maybe
shoot
not.
a metal
you can
object
try,
in a
but
child?
shoving him up it will help him hold on for longer. I guess you could do that somewhat indefinitely if you're
Yeah,
walking
I'm just
against the
gonna
grain.
hold up Kevin
All right.
and
Okay.
assist him.
All right.
can I
What
pass him?
was your coordination roll?
I got 4.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I'll give
No,
that to
I
you.
got 3 on 4 dice.
So I'll let you re-steady. You save Kevin, basically.
Can I pass up the candy cane?
I saved Kevin's
help?
bacon.
Yeah.
Mrs. Claus, have you got a hairpin?
Turn into fucking poo there for a second.
Probably.
We're like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah. Oh, bother.
Probably.
Happen?
Up to you if you have a hairpin.
Yes, one hairpin.
Just one.
My lucky hairpin.
Just the one.
All right, I'd like
It's
to take the
incredibly
hairpin
average.
Yeah.
and float up. Wait, it's not locked, is it? Well, I'd like to mechanize it. I'd like to try and open this hatch.
Okay.
With my hairpin.
What have you?
I was thinking of effectively lock picking with a hairpin, but it's not locked.
I'll get you to roll a joint engineering check, Kevin and Mr. Hanky.
Can I use deft of hand to be the hands, and he
Yes.
can be the brains?
Yeah, sounds good.
Engineering intelligence? Engineering
Just by
reflex?
default engineering. Actually, I might make it engineering finesse because of the balancing situation. What'd you get?
4 successes.
Okay.
Does Kevin get any assistance from me?
Holy
Oh,
moly.
smashed it. Yeah.
Never mind, doesn't matter.
It really seems to come together
what I'm
as
a Viking.
John McLean steadies Kevin. Mrs. Claus uses the cane to sort of like push up against his tushy and keep him stable. Mr. Hanky and Kevin just work their magic immediately on this hatch and it opens up and Kevin just sort of quite easily climbs out, Mr. Hanky by his side.
We make a great team.
That's right. I make a great team with all the boys and girls. Mr. High Five.
I don't know. And then I'm going to float down and slide the pin back into your hair.
Thank you.
Now, one good piece of news is Mr. Hanky does have little white
White
gloves
gloves.
on. So
That's very nice.
it's actually unpooey.
Great.
One of the first things I've been
Fantastic. I think the rest of me is covered in poo anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you guys can attempt to climb out, but it's going to be
Okay.
harder for the last person to exit.
Give
Yeah.
me a lift, dear.
Yeah, I'm going to assist
Okay.
Mrs. Claus.
Thank
That's
you.
going to be a power strength for you, John, and a coordination strength
Kevin
for you.
tries to
coordination
assist,
check for you, Mrs. Claus.
But he has one strength, so he
Make
does
that challenge level
absolutely
3
nothing.
for both of you.
3.
3. Very good. Mrs. Claus, coordination check. 3!
Nice.
All right. Takes a bit of effort, but without too much crazy work and stumbling, you manage to hoist Mrs. Claus out of the hatch, who joins you up on the top of this cage.
Wait.
I just pictured as soon as Mrs. Claus and her like round rotund body reaches the precipice of this hatch, it just like goes and shrinks to nothing.
Yeah.
It's like family trait. Just compresses into this tiny shape and moves through.
Yeah.
Like a cat. Like a
And then John McLean, I'm not even gonna make you roll. Your whole thing is crawling through small spaces. And, so that's how we started. That's how you can finish it. So you just end up like joining everyone up there, and you got nice shiny new sneakers on with a bit of poo stain. So you've got good footing.
nice. What can we
Best
see?
condition in quite a long time.
All right, you're out of the conveyor belt. There's only one doorway left to the grand hall.
This is it. I'm very proud of you all. Especially you. You're a very witty kid.
Oh, I've been in worse situations. Don't you worry about that, Mrs. Claus.
Remarkable. I hope to be a hero like you one day.
I haven't caused anyone bodily harm yet, so.
I just hope I get to hear John McLean say, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Christmas wish for us all.
You can't use the one F-bomb in there.
Oh, we
I think 4 or 5, 10 or 50 S-bombs have probably counted as one F.
Yeah, let's finish this.
Yeah, this we
And
definitely.
on you go through the final double doors and you enter the Grand Hall. But the Grand Hall, which was once adorned with wonderful, warm, cozy trinkets and Christmas trees and warm lights, is now this big, stark, empty facility.
Tony Stark's here.
Very, very cold, very spacious and sparse. This is where the reindeer and the sleigh used to prepare to set off on Christmas.
The spaceship?
And there is, at the end of the room,
I believe it's the Christmas rocket.
there's a large armchair facing away from you. But near you in the entrance, there is a podium with a screen. And it says, the naughty/nice list. Do you care to approach it?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's closest to us.
Yes, it's quite near the doorway, so you can
Yeah.
walk out and you see it.
Yeah.
And it's like an iPad. And so you're like scrolling through it and it just says like all the names just say naughty, 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 naughty.
Is my name? Can we find anyone's name?
Yeah, I mean, there's billions of names. So like there are like 400 other Kevin McAllisters, but yes,
All naughty.
they're all naughty. Everyone on the list.
Does it have a
naughty.
search function to?
It does have a search function. It's not very good.
I'm not the only Kevin McAllister in the world.
What are you looking for?
There is an
Your name?
option to put someone on the nice list. You find your name.
I get all of the Kevin McAllisters and put them all on the nice list.
Okay.
Switch them all.
There's
to
a
nice.
pop-up and it says, would you like to purchase Xmas Premium
Oh my god.
to upgrade to the nice list?
I hit the little X in the corner to close the pop-up. Not say no. I click the little X
Okay.
instead.
Did you mean Xmas?
Hit the X again.
Okay, it closes. And there's a... In the distance, the chair swivels around.
I really hope it's Yilong Ma. That would be the ultimate twist.
Why did you say that weird?
Because I'm talking about Yilong Ma.
Yeah.
Because I think we all know where it's going.
Yeah.
But have you seen Yilong Ma?
No.
He's a TikToker.
It's literally...
It's like this guy who's from China and he like looks very similar to Elon Musk and his whole thing is like, hi, I'm Yilong Ma. I love Tesla. He like bangs the car.
Give me money.
And he can't speak English. He just says like lines, like parroting lines, but he doesn't understand it. It's great.
Wow. Oh no.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, there he is.
Elon Musk, who has corporate taken over the North Pole to turn Christmas into Xmas, is sitting in the
get it.
throne and clapping.
I know how we can save Christmas, but I won't.
You wouldn't be looking for this, would you? And he's holding a tome on his lap, or this one, and behind him, tied up against the rocket.
They caught me, honey bun. Christmas may be lost forever.
I didn't know Santa was into bondage
Wait.
as well.
This is for the bedroom. Is he tied to the rocket?
He's tied to the rocket.
Oh my goodness. What have you done, you monster?
What are you?
Elon Musk.
What are you going to do about it?
Do I have cookies on me?
Shoot him. Shoot him.
I want to throw cookies like frisbees.
Is there a chance we could aggravating you into
You
activating the
you
rocket?
have shown a lot of gumption and ingenuity. I would like to offer you to be the first people on the new nice list. And with that comes a little early deposit of candy coin, which is fast growing to be the greatest cryptocurrency on the planet.
Oh, don't listen to him. It's just going to be another goddamn rug pull.
Another Dogecoin.
Sorry, I'm already on the naughty list. I take out my gun.
Whoa. This isn't some make-believe silly story. Like, we can work together here. I can make you very wealthy.
We don't want wealth, dearie. Christmas is about love. and connection. And spirit.
All of those things can be purchased with Xmas
None
Plus.
of those things can be purchased.
You haven't tried subscription yet. I'd happily offer you a 30-day trial.
I'd like to attempt something.
What would you like to attempt?
Could I use my ability called Fucked Up Trap? Can I steal the candy cane and piff it at his head as hard as I can?
just an attack.
That's just throwing a candy cane.
That's not a very.
Can I
So if
sneak?
you're a little more ingenuitive
Sure,
around
okay.
that in a sort of fucked up way, I might give it to you. To make a fucked up trap.
Sure.
While because he's starting to go on his
Tirade, yep.
spiel, like his villain spiel.
Monologue time.
So you could attempt to pickpocket John of his pistol. And use that to make a fucked up trap.
Let's do it. Let's go. What do I have to roll?
You're going to have to
Stealth.
roll deft of hand.
Deft
This
of
is
hand,
separate
okay.
to your fucked up trap. But you need the resources to make said trap.
Let's go. 4 successes.
Well, actually, this should be again. And I'll give it to you. That was a good roll. You like gently pick up the butt of the gun. John McLean's like holding like a machine gun and just sort of standing there like, what the hell is going on? And like maybe slightly worried about the hostages still back in the building that he was in. They might be dead, but anyway.
Side note.
Yeah, like cut to the plaza. It's just bodies. Yes, but Kevin now has a pistol.
Sick.
What? Wait a minute. Well, Mr. Hanky doesn't know much about the way the world works. But hey, Santa Claus. Why the dang hell did you sell Christmas?
Well, I didn't sell it. It was a what's the word? Hostile takeover.
Oh, did you click one of those the spam emails
Yes,
that I told
Pumpkin,
you not
you know
to
how
click?
bad I am
no.
with emails.
Told you. about
They said
that.
there were sexy singles in my area.
That's,
They're hard to come by in the North Pole.
I'll be a sexy single soon if you don't shush.
Oh, Pumpkin.
I'm kidding, dear. I'll get over there soon.
Well, to be completely honest, only one person in this room has kidnapped me, and it's not this man.
Has kidnapped you. Oh,
That
that's-
man's gonna put us on Mars.
Says Mr. Hank.
Yes, in about 15 minutes.
I'd like to take the 15 minutes to make a trap, please, with my new gun.
So you sneak away,
Uh-huh.
and he proceeds to tell this story about how his plan has always been to nuke Mars to reactivate the atmospheric ability for it to be a fostering planet. He starts to go on this tirade of how, like, now with the resources of the North Pole, he can do that, and he can distribute his butt crackers, and he giggles as he says it, all around the world to help everyone get on the nice list, which is really going to help profitability and, of course, raise the value of Candy Coin.
I'm gonna gesture with my gun at the rocket. Say,
Is that the nuke for Mars?
Yes.
I'm gonna actually like level the gun at Elon Musk and say,
I'm gonna need you to activate that right now.
My husband is on there.
Well,
I know.
What?
That's the idea. In about 14 minutes now.
All right.
Arbitrary countdown.
It's back.
Well, murder isn't very Christmassy.
Here, help yourself to a treat. And he points over to a corporate meeting room table, and just with the driest, most lackluster looking Christmas cookies you have ever
Cordial
seen.
as well. Like, no,
I'm
next
gonna
milk.
go over and look him in the eye and crush them.
Ooh.
Oh, now that's rude.
Wow, I was gonna have one of those.
Do you know what's rude? It's taking my husband on Christmas Eve and tying him to a rocket.
Hey,
I wouldn't
let's
have-
not point fingers about taking people right now, okay?
I have a very serious question.
Yeah.
Mr. Musk, why are you alone on Christmas? I think I know what might be wrong. You need some Christmas spirit.
Who shat on the floor?
I'd like to make a charm
My
check.
husband.
Elon Musk does not
get used to
feel
it.
Christmas magic, but he notices someone shat in the middle of his pristine
He will
factory
notice
floor.
when I get the new
I try and
expansion
keep this
for
place
Diablo
in-
4, and we can all play it all night long just for you.
Oh, is that on my shoe? Oh, God. Ew.
Get him, Mr. Hanky. Get him.
I remember what it felt like to be a child on Christmas playing video games.
Mrs. Claus notices
Yes.
some pretty nice cake cutting knives spread
I will
along the
take
table.
them in my and disguise
This
as
can't go
crushing
anywhere
more
good.
cookies as I take
I
my
just want to play
knives.
Diablo 4 expansions with everybody.
Now, are all of the biscuits crumbled, or was it just one that Mrs. Claus crumbled?
3.
vindictively?
3 biscuits, but there are other crappy biscuits there, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to
Meanwhile,
sit
I'm-
down.
I'll get you to make a check for your
like-
trap, your fucked up trap. You're on the other, sort of on the other corner of the room, being quietly ignored.
Trapper?
You've made your
try
way
one of
up
the
to
biscuits, I
yeah, your trapper check. You've made your way up to like the balustrade, and you've found some rope, and you're like constructing this. like-
Sick.
yeah.
Is it Trapper and Engineering, or is it just Trapper?
It's
or?
just trapper, which would be trapper plus. Do you have a CL?
Intelligent?
Yeah, sure.
Sick. Give me 5 dice.
Yeah. What were you saying, John?
I'm just going to try one of the biscuits and sit down for a minute.
It tastes like you feel
Depressed.
pretty dry and depressed. Yeah.
Cool. Cathartic.
Out of place. Yeah. Feels right.
Mine were better, weren't they?
What did you get?
I know, are they?
3 out of all those dice. I'm gonna use an. How many knack do we have?
You have
you
talent
have
mind.
2.
You have
Oh, actually,
3.
Yeah, you've.
And you've got
I've used
4
one.
mind.
You
She's 4 mind, 1 body.
oh wow. Okay, you get an act.
3 left.
Whoa.
Can I use all 3?
Burn 'em.
Great.
Go
How
for
many
it.
did you need?
I just want to make it better than 3.
Yeah. You have
6,
You have
thanks.
all this extra time. I'll give it to you. You burn up 3 more knacks, making
Cheers.
a result extra fucked up.
Yippee-ki-yay.
So you end up constructing, you find a few other scattered toys that have been forgotten and not cleaned up on the balustrade. Like some of these things that little robotic remote control things that go up and down or whatever. So you set it up with a robot connection thing.
Sniper rifle or something?
Sounds like a Rube Goldberg machine
Exactly.
that hands in a gun.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. And you had you've stood the gun up, attached it to the balustrade and worked your way back down. So now you were down back with the rest of the group, but you've just got this remote control car button behind your back as
Great.
you're standing there
A
smiling.
big smile, a shooting
Yeah.
in my face.
Yeah. And the countdown is sort of at 9 minutes left, and Elon is still sort of telling his grand
How
plan for
close
Mars.
is he?
He hasn't moved. He's sort of sitting on his chair and telling his grand story.
Can I run at him?
Yes.
I will get sick of this monologue and just go, "You're ruining Christmas!" and run at him and do irresistible calories.
Ah!
Once I can touch him.
What?
Maybe I'll stuff a cookie in his face.
They're this is a real cookie.
You're too skinny.
Using your very talent,
I think I have to roll.
very skill-filled talent of baking and the
Yes.
cookies you have on you.
Yes.
Needing to fix the miserable display of cookies that he's had, you charge at Elon Musk sitting in the throne and shove baked goods in his mouth. Whereupon he is immediately. Do you have a roll for that?
I think so
Yeah, your
because it's a
Christmas.
combat.
No, yeah, your Christmas magic.
Yeah, roll.
And then
your-
it's
What's
paired
that
with,
with?
it'll be paired with whatever's higher out of wisdom or intelligence or whatever.
yeah.
I got
What-
wisdom.
To make a roll, it'll be against his because he's a little off guard, but I'll let him roll in resistance. Oof. Okay.
3.
Okay, re-roll.
And
Yeah,
this
Miss
is
Claus.
with Christmas
it.
magic, right?
Yeah.
Fuck him up.
Hopefully you can make him believe.
4.
Okay, you beat him.
Yes. This
You
is
shove-
irresistible calories.
Calories into his mouth, and he's at first
What does it
resistant,
do?
oh yeah, I was in the middle of talking about quantum spatial fucking whatever.
No, he's paleo diet.
Yeah. And he's like,
So target gains heavy and slow until the end of combat and 2 stun.
yeah. So he undoes his belt,
and like go back over. Just count down in 5 minutes. Just be
Stuffing
patient.
the
But can I have another one of those before you? Thank you.
Phil?
You should join the baking team.
That's right. Fill him with Christmas spirit so I can hear my plea.
I'm trying. As I stuff his face.
The taste of the cookies does spark something within Elon Musk. Memories from South Africa, Christmas by the Emerald Mines, with delicious baked goods made by his gem-wearing mother. And he looks and turns to see...
So inaccurate to Elon Musk's childhood.
to see an animated poo's face appear.
Remember doing nightmare runs and fighting Duriel in Diablo 2.
I remember. Christmas.
If you keep playing, if you stop wasting your time with ruining Christmas, you could be the #1 Diablo 4 player in the world.
You're right. You're right, strange talking poo. This is delicious.
If you're the #1 player in the world, people will love you.
Maybe I've been all wrong about this.
I hit the button.
Elon Musk, he starts to stand and I was like, maybe Christmas is more than just about corporate profits and...
I'd like to take the bullet for him.
Whoa! Really?
Make a check to do that.
God.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do I have to roll?
You have to roll. Ooh. Is it a Christmas magic?
I have shitmas magic.
Shitmas magic. That will be a
Okay.
shitmas magic. Otherwise, it would be like coordination.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah.
What challenge level?
It's a bullet. 4. 3.
I got 3. I'm going to use a knack
Yep.
to get 4.
You got 4.
Mr. Hanky dives in front of this bullet.
Oh, Kevin also says, eat millennial lead. Asshole. What goes off.
And then and falls to the ground.
This poo. Wait.
Mr. Hank.
In the middle of the air, this shit explodes. Plastering Elon Musk's face, while the remains of Mr. Hanky fall, and his severed head lying on the ground with his scattered
It's
body.
getting cold. I'm getting cold, everyone.
Mr. Hanky!
Wait, why is it right? Mr. Hanky! No!
Mr. Musk. I
I thought that was
believe
Santa. Was it?
No, I'm saying I'm talking to Mr. Musk while I'm there.
you just gotta remember the Christmas spirit and become the #1 player of Diablo 4.
You're right.
And let Santa go.
I'll place my coat over him.
And then, despite being a literal poo,
Yeah.
upon death, I shit myself.
And
Regenerating.
And Mr. Hanky,
it'll be
no, he dies. His face fades away.
He turns into a white piece
Santa
of
can't
poo.
make another one?
No, I have a good news. If there's enough Christmas spirit next year,
Yeah.
I will come out
You
of the
come
bum
back.
of a little boy or girl that believes. Well, that sounds awful.
There's this just
That's bad law.
huge smear of shit on the middle of the floor beside Elon Musk, who just had a poo jump in front of a bullet for him.
That shit'll change
And
your
had
life.
flashbacks
Elon.
of all of the epic games of Diablo that he'd played.
You literally had a piece of shit take a bullet for you.
I could be fighting demons right now. What am I doing? You're right. I don't want to do this. This is stupid. Just invest in Candy Coin, and I'll see you on X.
Can I try and take the tome that he has?
He dropped it
dropped
when
it.
the
Oh, okay,
bullet went
okay,
off, and he's run around to untie Santa Claus.
I'll throw you the tome.
I catch it.
Slides
Like a
to you, and you
frisbee.
open it up, and it's a much more reasonable looking naughty nice list with names with nice,
I go
naughty. Most are nice. Most are nice.
Go straight to Jeff.
Who's listed as nice?
Buzz.
And you scribble out and write naughty. They are now on the naughty list, and you all feel the vibrations on your watch as the spiritometer of Christmas is maxing out.
Can
Christmas spirit has been spread further than Mr. Hanky could ever have imagined by having sacrificed himself in the name of Christmas and distracting Elon Musk with Diablo 4.
Christmas was in
John
straight further than Mr.
McLean,
Hanky.
John McLean, slightly poo and blood-stained, standing there disgruntled but in a nice pair of sneakers that with a little bit of washing could turn out pretty nice.
Says, yippee, killed Skidmark, motherfucker.
Mrs. Claus dusting her hands of the Christmas treats that distracted Elon Musk and helped save the day in a way that she'd never imagined she'd be able to do before. And Kevin, who sociopathically built an incredibly dangerous trap that absolutely would have murdered the wealthiest man in the world if it weren't for a literal piece of shit,
Don't underestimate me.
Seems on brand.
has also put his brothers on the naughty list. And you can all feel within you the welling of Christmas joy.
Christmas miracle is at hand. Now you just simply need to sing in unison as if it has been rehearsed. The wish in your heart and it shall be granted.
But first question, did the countdown stop and is he still tied to the rocket?
He's not tied to the rocket, but the countdown did
Shame.
not stop.
Murder my husband.
There's a
Uh-oh.
and Elon's like, oh, I forgot about that. We're going to want to get out of here. And he just runs out.
Can I go and grab Mr. Claus?
Yes.
Come, yes, let's go, darling.
Let's go. Can I?
Quick, a song to rescue Christmas. In the spirit of Mr. Hanky, together! Mr. Hanky, they would have sacrificed himself, and we would like to wish the spirit of Christmas for the way things were before. And come on, join in! Oh, God. If we have the factory
Starting to feel
the
jealous
way
of Mr.
it
Hanky
was,
right now.
and sing John McLean or we won't get a Christmas miracle!
Mr. Hanky!
And as John McLean begrudgingly grunts tones of a song, magic spreads throughout the factory, and all is returned to the way it was. The factory, as Mrs. Claus remembers it, as all the plain black and white insignia disappear, and Christmas is returned from the cold grasp of Xmas.
That was beautiful.
So what just happened to the nuclear bomb?
Oh, don't worry about it.
It shoots off, but when it's in the air, it transforms with everything else that's transforms into beautiful display of fireworks. And in place,
magic.
in the same place that the rocket had lifted up from, a sleigh is pulled in by an array of reindeer. And Santa's sitting on the seat like,
Come on, lamos, would you like a ride? Let me show you how it's really done.
You're going to show me a ride, Mr. Claus.
Come on,
No, I'm good. I'm getting to stay right
maybe
here.
we should take the back seat.
Maybe.
You know what? I'll find
It's my
own way
horniest
home.
time of year.
Agreed.
I don't care if it's the North Pole.
Yeah, bye.
wait, you buy what?
You guys are clearly going to Appalachian.
No.
And I don't think I want to touch those.
No, we'll
I'll take my mom with the pickup truck.
sort of edge until we get back. So if you just...
Such a sleigh, darling.
Wow. And thus, Christmas
Well,
is
Kevin,
saved.
how about this? I threaten them with the gun and we'll take the sleigh.
Oh, yes.
Oh, don't hold me hostage.
Well, you can tell
All right,
them
you
to-
take the reins. Go on, lad. You've earned it.
Cool, I think I will.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Enough of this shit.
Merry Christmas to all!
Ho, ho, ho.
And to I ate too many cookies, didn't I?
told you, darling.
Something tells me Mr. Hanky might be back sooner than we expected.
And the sleigh flies off into the sky for another wonderful Christmas for people all around the world to enjoy as if nothing ever happened. I want to thank you all for joining. I also want to thank Dave for having dedication to
Yeah.
be dead for the
whole
entirety of the rest of the role play as he died as Mr. Hanky. That's well done.
We ended up with some serious therapy sessions in our future, but also a decent amount of venison.
And eggnog.
Yes. Thank you for joining us for this this wonderful Christmas tradition that we have.
Of the year.
Oh, Mr. Hanky's back. Well done.
Christmas, everyone.
And thank you to
And
our
I apologize
patrons.
for everything that occurred tonight.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was.
These are the people who
It is with
supported
great
that.
remorse we present this
Listen,
episode.
I blame the patrons
Yeah.
for making this possible. I mean, I thank the patrons for
Yeah,
making this possible.
yeah.
They
Okay.
came up with all of the ideas for the characters.
Yeah, it's
and so,
entirely their
yeah,
fault,
yeah.
actually. So,
Oh,
yeah.
we'll blame them.
So
If you
everyone
wanna
blame the
make
patrons.
chaos.
But also, if you want to participate in making horrendous things like this happen,
If you want to be the cause of something like
I'd
this,
just like to point out that Mr. Hanky was suggested by a patron.
Nice.
Like, in fact, every one of these characters was suggested by patrons.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
So it's all your fault.
forcing us at
Dox that soul.
gunpoint. At candy cane gunpoint.
As a little treat, there were 2 more characters. We've talked about Hallmark Lady, but there was also
Who was the last one?
there were
Yeah.
2 more that weren't summoned.
yeah.
There
So
was
generic Hallmark lady.
generic Hallmark lady who doesn't have a name and can be chosen by the player, but it doesn't really matter. And Double Man.
Can you just show everyone the ability for the Make You Fall in Love for Hallmark Lady? Because
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
really proud of the artwork for that one.
To you to read it.
Okay,
Ooh,
so
Double
artwork.
man.
I just wanted to show you the card. If you had the ability called Flail Helplessly, you have that beautiful image there. But the
Amazing.
good one is actually called Accidentally in Love.
Accidentally in love.
It's the. It's
Oh my god,
the,
it's
Is that
Colonel
Colonel
Sanders.
Sanders?
Yeah.
yes, that's great.
It's the power move. That's the trump card. That's the like win the game card.
Yeah, you could have made Elon Musk win. Yeah, oh my
Totally.
god, you could have used it on Musk.
Totally, if you say
and, he
so,
would have,
yeah.
and he would have forgotten all his previous evil doings and
Yeah.
just be
like
dedicated to
finding
living in a
100%.
community. Wow,
Yeah.
that was actually the ultimate counter
Look,
to the big
Elon
bad.
Musk
Totally.
didn't really treat his lovers very well.
But that ability completely Hallmark movie style replaces
Oh,
their
it's
personality.
true.
It's like magic.
but he stays rich because it's part of the pivotal.
He does definitely stay rich.
Hallmark
And the other one was Turbo Man.
Who I have no idea who that is.
You don't
What?
know
Who's
that is
Turbo Man?
so
Turbo
sad.
Man.
Everyone go watch Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
A classic early 2000s or late 90s. Is it late 90s? Early
No, it was
2000s.
80s for sure.
8 is not
I didn't
80s.
realize there was
It's
a strike
90s.
reading for this.
90s
Me
Christmas
neither.
movie. And thank you all for watching our
I reckon,
Christmas special.
I reckon it was 1991. It was 1996. I'm completely off.
Thank you all for joining.
Happy
Have
holidays.
a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And we will see you next year.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.